Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your boy AJ. We got like 40-mile-per-hour winds, so it's pretty shitty weather. So I thought I would just vlog a little bit with you guys. I did a couple more things to the bike since yesterday, so I'll show you those. And then I was going to tell you a little bit about myself. Excuse me if I'm out of breath. I was just doing some workout, pull-ups and stuff, and I'm a little tired, but I wanted to get this done as well, so bear with me. I put on these tank pads today. So that was pretty simple. I do recommend, if you're gonna put on tank pads, that you use like a heat gun to warm them up before you put them on the gas tank. Obviously clean the gas tank well, get all the dust off, and then make sure and heat up those pads. The 3M sticky stuff will stick a lot better if it's warm, especially in the winter. Other than that, I put these heel panels on there to replace the plain aluminum ones that were on there before. No big deals, really simple installs. As far as the heel panels go, there's washers on the back when you remove the old one, so make sure that they don't always come off, but if they, just remember they are on there, so when you stick the bolt back through, sometimes it'll knock them off, and you need to make sure and put that back on. It's got an Allen head on the front, and then nuts on the back, so make sure you get those tightened down properly. That's pretty much all I did today as far as the bike goes. The weather it's pretty shitty outside today, so not really much to do. A little bit about myself. Obviously, I'm here at the farm with my family. I moved back here maybe 6 months ago, going back to school for another degree. And my mom had a stroke last year, so wanted to spend time with her, spend time with the family, help them on the farm a little bit. They don't really have a lot of animals anymore. Since they're getting older, they got rid of most of them. Just a handful of horses, cattle. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Thought I lost you guys for a second. So not a lot of animals anymore, but they keep a handful. So I'm just helping around here, spending time with them, and at the same time going back to school for another degree. So it makes it a little bit easier for me not to have a bunch of bills while I'm doing that, and get to spend time with them as they're getting older. So I guess it's a win-win for everybody. So it's good to be home, but the only thing I don't like about New Mexico, at least where we live, is just dry and windy, pretty much year round. Whether it's cold, hot, it's pretty much always wind and always dry. Get very little rain, so it gets hard to ride the bike in this kind of weather, especially being a new rider. It's kind of hard to manage the strong winds. I'll get more comfortable over time, I'm sure, but that's where I'm at now. Other than that, I was in the military when I was younger. Went to college after I got out of the military. I was in the Navy, and then went to University of North Carolina, got my degree there in communications. Did some acting for a little while, nothing major, a couple of shows, bit parts in movies and commercials and stuff, nothing major, and kind of gave that up when I got married, moved to Chicago. So I hadn't done it since, but it was definitely a good experience and something I'll always carry with me. I'm a big gamer. I build custom PCs. I've been gaming for years. I played World of Warcraft from beta for about 11 years. That was a large chunk of my life. I'm still a gamer when I have time. Started playing Lost Ark recently. That's pretty dope game. I love Destiny. I play The Division. Those are like probably my main games right now when I have time to play in between studies. What else? I'm 43. I'm pretty much a nerd. I'm anything electronics, stereos, computers, drones. It don't matter what it is. I'm pretty much a nerd when it comes to that stuff, and I'm a huge anime guy. So I probably watch more anime. Well, easily watch more anime than any other kind of TV show. So if there's new episodes out of anime, I'm pretty much there. And then once I've exhausted all my anime for the day or for the week, then I'm switching over and watching some regular TV when I have time. So right now I'm trying to accelerate through this new degree program. So pretty much a lot of my free time is spent doing that. But I like to mix in some anime for breaks and stuff like that. So what else? That's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot to do around here, so if it's either study, TV, help the family with whatever we need help with on the farm, chopping wood, whatever the case may be. And then now, this is my latest passion, is getting involved in these bikes. So I guess I'll go over a few things that I like, and I don't know if I would say dislike about the Z900. This is my first bike, so I don't have a strong basis for comparison, but a few things. Well, the one thing I like is that it's got good power, which obviously is good and bad depending on the situation, but I like the way it feels. The suspension feels good. I'm from here to the main road is all dirt and kind of gravel, so a lot of rocks, and it's it's pretty bumpy. So this bike has done a good job handling that. I would say I won't even call it a bad thing. It's just something that is a little bit harder to deal with, especially as a new rider. And it could just be, something with this bike, but the throttle is very, very twitchy. It takes like nothing at all, and that thing is rocketing away. So it's like, I'm trying to get a feel and a handle on, feathering the throttle with the clutch and stuff like I would on, a stick shift car, but this thing, you barely turn it. You're sitting there trying to find the sweet spot, and you just barely turn it too much, and it's taking off like a rocket. So that's probably one of the harder things. Even on rain mode, which is taking it down 50 or 60 horsepower, the throttle is so twitchy that it sometimes it can be a little hard to find that nice smooth throttle. At least for me, getting started, maybe it'll probably get easier over time as I get a feel for the bike. But I would say that's probably been one of the harder things I've had to manage on this bike so far. Other than that, I honestly don't have any complaints. The brakes have been solid so far. Of course, I haven't, I'm not taking it out at 100 miles an hour. I'm going like 50, 60 at max for practice at the moment, on pretty much empty roads. So, but it's smooth to ride. A lot of wind on me at my height. The new windscreen I put on, I guess, maybe helps a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell while you're riding, but I still feel, as I get up to 65, 70, well, 65 I think is the fastest I've been, but as I get up to that speed, I'm definitely feeling the force of that wind, but I guess that's normal. I'm not used to it since I'm not used to riding it. I did lay the bike down yesterday. I was doing in a small kind of parking lot, I was doing some tight turns and figure eights at real low speed, like 5 to 7 miles an hour, and turned too sharp on one. And it was a controlled, let down. I kind of held it as I let it down because it was already off balance and I couldn't save it. And then I just picked it back up and kept it going, but it didn't do any damage to the bike. I've got the sliders on there. I do think I'm gonna put on the covers that go on like the stator and stuff, because even with the slide protection, I noticed there were still some scratches on the left-hand side where it made contact with the ground. So I think I'm going to cover those and buy covers for them, because that's pretty much the last thing that would make contact with the ground other than the sliders. So I think I'm going to invest in that. I still have the shorty levers to put on, front and rear turn signals, air filter. Okay, I got a K&N air filter to go on, and then I've got the CS Racing exhaust coming from Brazil. I think it'll be here sometime in March. So when it's being shipped, when I get a shipping notification from Brazil that it's on its way, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the ECU out, get that sent off to the shop to get a custom tune for the exhaust and the air filter, and it's supposed to make the throttle a lot smoother on the response as well. So we'll see how that works out. Hopefully that'll improve things. Other than that, I'm just going to be riding. Like I said, I've got MSF course on Saturday and Sunday of this following week, or next weekend, I guess. So I'll learn a lot there. Then I can get my license updated, go ahead and get this thing registered. Right now, it's not registered. I just got it delivered earlier in the week, and I can't really do anything until I get that MSF, so I can get the thing on my license, and then I'll finish the rest of it off. But yeah, so this is a new passion. I'm one of those guys that when I get involved in something, I pretty much go at 110%. So the moment I decided to buy a bike, I was pretty much already buying the accessories, already buying, upgrades. Like, I've always been that way. I used to work on cars. I had a 2003 Acura RSX, and I decided to customize that thing, and I went, full tilt. Like, there was hardly anything left in the car that was original, and that's just par for the course for how I am. When I do my custom PCs, I go over the top. It's $7,000, $8,000 on a custom PC. It's just, I don't know if it's a personality flaw or a positive trait, but that's pretty much how I am with anything that I'm, actively involved in. So I'm sure this will be no different. I'll keep finding things to upgrade on and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. Like I said, today is kind of a lazy day, at least as far as the bike goes, just due to the wind. And figured I would take a break from working out to come over here and just vlog a little bit. I'm getting back into vlogging. I did a lot of videos in Warcraft back in the days, but it's been a long time since I've done any videos for YouTube. So I'm just getting back into it. Hopefully, some of you guys will find this stuff interesting, maybe helpful, and I'm sure it'll help me as well. It's nice to get back in the thick of things. So expect more videos. I got my GoPro now, which is what I'm recording on now. I got the full setup. I'm waiting on my chin mount for the helmet, but I've got the chest stuff. I've got a whole variety of parts. Mics. I got to run a wireless mic into the helmet for when I'm riding. I got a second mic that I'll put, that I can use for other stuff. Right now I'm using the GoPro Hero 9, and I've got the MaxMod lens on it, and I've got the mod case thing, so it's got the the built-in mic and all that other stuff. So far so good. I'm pretty happy with it. I've got editing software, so I got to start working on that. It's just hard to find time to do a lot of editing while I'm in school and everything else I have going on. But I want to deliver you guys quality videos as best I can. And if you guys got things that you want to see, things you want me to test, just let me know. I'll do the best I can. So if you have suggestions on things I can record, or things that you guys would be interested in seeing, then toss them in the comments, please. Like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel, so you guys' support means the world to me. So anything, like I said, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll try to get videos out at least a couple times a week. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. It's been real, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.